Welcome to the Bedford Falls Public Library Makerspace. We're here to show you around and what's that? What the heck's a makerspace? Well, I'm so glad you asked. A makerspace is, to put it very, very simply, a space where you make things.
To put it slightly less simply, a makerspace is a publicly shared physical location where people can act on their creative impulses. Some makerspaces are primarily geared towards children, some are open to all. Some makerspaces focus on encouraging kids in the fields of science, technology, engineering, or math, collectively known as STEM. Some are user-driven in design. Some attempt to provide the tools and know-how for any and all forms of human creativity that can be performed in a limited space, from knitting to poetry, writing to woodworking.
Public libraries have always served as what is known as a third space. Neither home nor work, but rather a third space in which the community can meet, discover each other, and explore a lifetime of learning. The maker phenomenon fits naturally into the notion of a communal third space, and libraries across the country are finding room within their walls for their own maker spaces.
So how did the Bedford Falls Public Library come to establish a makerspace of its own? It began with the recent reorganization of our middle school teen area, adjacent in the building to our meeting room. The two are separated by pocket walls that allow the expansion of either as necessary for individual events.
With better shelving and the removal of several bulky bins filled with video games that were outdated, we were able to free up some 200 square feet in the middle school teen area and convert it into the Bedford Falls Public Library Makerspace. The glass wall separates the remaining middle school teen area from the new makerspace, allowing young patrons to see what's going on while keeping the noise of creativity to a minimum. Additionally, we can expand the makerspace as needed into the 350 square foot meeting room with the already existing pocket walls.
We intend to focus most of our makerspace activities on the tween and teen populations, but are very mindful that creativity neither begins nor ends in childhood. And so we'll also be developing programming geared towards adult patrons, possibly tied into particular local events. The fact that the space physically straddles traditionally teen and adult areas of the library will also serve to encourage adults to become more involved in their own creative pursuits. Do you have your own idea? Let us know. A costume making event, for instance, could lead to a costume and storytelling contest, circuitry instruction to create light-up jewelry or holiday ornaments. A group of teens learning how to make stuffed animals might turn around and teach fifth graders to do the same. As long as our patrons remain creative and involved as they've always been, there's no end to the possibilities.
Finally, every activity will circle back to and support the library's primary mission as a source for information and education. Young makers will be able to tie their creative endeavors into teachers' expectations. Adult makers will be guided toward continued exploration of their interests.
So what is a makerspace? A makerspace is a space where things are made: toys, jewelry, video games, poetry, new friends, and new knowledge. The Bedford Falls Public Library Makerspace will be all this, and whatever else our patrons choose to make of it.